Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Season. So a little bit about me to start it off. I am a 23-year-old. I've been doing content creation on and off for years at this point. I decided to start a new channel because I just wasn't happy with the kind of videos I was making on my old channel and wanted a fresh start and a rebrand. But yeah, that's pretty much all for me. If you would like to stick around for future videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also drop a like, helps me out a ton. And yeah, so let's get into the video. So the Esports World Cup took place over the last weeks. I'm not really sure how long it's been going on because I really only cared about the Call of Duty part, and I wanted to give my takeaways after the event because it was an interesting one for sure. So first of all, production on the event was actually really good. It was pretty high quality. I really didn't have a problem with any of the production. The matches looked good. They had pretty good casters. They had pretty much the whole crew from the Call of Duty League. So really, on the production end, no complaints, especially for the grand final. They had some really good production introducing the teams. The next thing is the overlay. I really didn't like the way they had the map dots. That was awful. It was hard to tell what the map count was because they just had those little dots that would like get erased after the team won, but it stayed a little bit transparent, so it was kind of hard to tell, especially if you're a little bit farther away or on a phone or something. So moving forward, I would consider changing that. Next, the event format wasn't very good. I don't really like it. If you aren't familiar with the way the event format worked, it was quote unquote group play into a bracket play. But group play was essentially a 4-team double elimination tournament. Team 1 would play Team 4, and the loser would go on to play the loser of the first match, and if you lost twice, you didn't make bracket play, you didn't play everyone in your group. I would like to see them have a more traditional group play moving forward, but ultimately this wasn't the worst thing in the world. Getting into the bracket play, I'm really not a fan of single elimination tournaments. I just feel like it's kind of cheesy that you can have one bad series, couple bad maps, and you're out of the tournament. I would personally like to see them go to a double elimination format, but I guess that's just something that they'll have to decide for their own format. I would like to see double elimination. A lot of people on Twitter would, but ultimately it's not really our decision, so we can't do much about that. We got to see that Challengers teams really struggled when they were playing against the pro teams. I don't think a single Challengers team won. I could be wrong, but I don't remember any Challengers teams winning a series. It really just kind of showed the skill gap between the pro teams and the Challengers teams, and it kind of makes a case for not having expansion teams in the Call of Duty League. Expansion teams would be great because currently, with the amount of teams they have, it's kind of underwhelming, but it would kind of water down the competition outside of the top teams. It would be interesting because you'd get to see some of those top challengers teams fit into a starting roster spot. But we got to see the argument that we kind of have seen the last few years, that the best challengers teams could compete with the worst CDL teams, and we really didn't see any of that this weekend. And my final takeaway from the ESWC is probably my favorite. Activision got exposed for cheaping out on servers. If you aren't familiar with how the servers work for Call of Duty, they have the rank play servers / multiplayer servers, and then they have the Call of Duty League dedicated servers. The Call of Duty League servers had very few lagouts, very few issues, because they don't have true LAN, so it's online but virtually non-existent ping because they're all in the same location. But for this event, since it wasn't Activision CDL sanctioned, they had to play on the normal servers, not on the CDL accounts, and it really created a lot of problems. These are things that people like myself and others who have played ranked play and competitive leagues and stuff like that have experienced all year. You get to see the servers hitching, lagging, just people dropping out of the game, all kinds of issues, and Activision was kind of able to avoid being embarrassed during the Call of Duty League season because they had those higher tick rate servers for the Call of Duty League, so it really kind of shrouded how bad the servers actually are for the majority of players, but it was put on full display in front of all of the crowds this weekend just because they were not able to play on those Activision hosted servers. Ultimately, I thought the ESWC Call of Duty tournament was a success. Other than a few issues, it was the first one, so they could definitely iron it out. I would like to see it before the season or something instead of after Champs, because after Champs is the off season. It's going to be a short off season for some of these teams. But I did really enjoy watching it, and FaZe finally got that tournament win they've been looking for, even if some people aren't fully convinced it is a big deal. The money hitting their bank accounts definitely will be a big deal. I definitely do not put it anywhere near the same level as champs just because of all of the issues, the format, and everything with it being after the season, but it was still a legitimate tournament. Let me know down in the comments what you think about ESWC. If you think it should make a return, if you enjoyed watching it, what you would change moving forward, and yeah, that's really all I have for this video. If you did enjoy, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and you probably are new because this is my first upload. Check out my Twitter, which will be linked in the description, and I will see you soon with another video.